Shadow Slave Ranking System Part 2. Now that we know that humans go down the path of divinity, the path of profanity is more so for monsters. And their ranking system is pretty similar, but it's based more off of corruption than ascension. So the lowest rank is dormant, just like the path of divinity. This is the weakest form. They have very limited abilities and they reserve more of their original form before corruption has taken place. And they have very low intelligence. And they have no supernatural abilities for the most part. It's just pure primal instinct. When we get to the awakened level, this is when the creature starts gaining notable mutations. This could be anything from extra limbs, larger bodies, and some unnatural, supernatural abilities. Their power is equal to what an awakened human would be, pretty much, for the most part. And this is also when they can start using essence as well. But it's not the exact same as like in a human essence, it's a little bit different. And with this, their intelligence grows as well. The next level for them is called the Fallen. This takes the place of what the humans would call Master or an Ascended rank. At this point, they can engage in combat with Masters. At this point, this is where they start resembling mythical creatures. And their physical capabilities are so strong that normal mundane weapons just don't work on them. The next rank is the Corrupted rank. This is the equal to what a saint would be. At this level, the monsters start developing almost aspect level abilities. And they also become unrecognizable from what their original form was. And they also start developing some abilities that can warp reality. Some can manipulate space, time, and some can manipulate your mind. Most of these beings are considered cataclysmic threats. They can destroy full-on cities, bases, armies, all of that. And pretty much in an instant. At this point too, they also have almost near immortal forms, and those forms can regenerate pretty rapidly too. These creatures are incredibly intelligent, and some of them can even speak and strategize too. I mean, the Winter Beast dang near took out everyone in Antarctica. Only like 2 people survived that. Next, we have the rank of Great, which is the rank equal to what a sovereign would be. Now, these things right here are broken. Like, I don't even know how, like, ain't no escaping this for real. Like, when a Great stepped out of the Category 5 gate in Antarctica, it one-shotted a saint. Like, no problem. Like, it was destroying saints left and right. Don't even get me started on Masters and Awakens. And the next 2 ranks are Cursed and Unholy. There's not a whole lot known about them right now, so once that happens, we'll fill you in. But nightmare creatures have another thing that makes them really kind of cool. They can have more than one soul core, or for them, a corrupted soul core. And the number of soul cores you have determines what class you're in. So for instance, if a nightmare creature has 1 soul core, they are called a beast. They are dangerous and strong, but are pretty much mindless. The second class would be called a monster. They are more devastating than a beast, and they have some rudimentary, like warped form of intelligence too. The third class would be called a demon, and they also have 3 cores. This is where they have a semblance of normal intelligence, and they also gained abilities with the 3rd core. When you get a 4th core, you're called a devil. Once a nightmare creature becomes a devil, this is where they gain unnatural abilities similar to aspects. Once a nightmare creature gets a 5th core, they become a tyrant. And once they become a tyrant, they can control and create little mini armies for themselves. Once they get a 6th core, they're called a terror. And terrors can influence their surroundings. And the last class is when they get their 7th core, and that is called a titan. At this point, the nightmare creature is known as a calamity. They are gigantic, colossal creatures. And their scale is so big, they seem like forces of nature created. Like some have the appearance of being a great blizzard or a hurricane or things like that, honestly. But yeah, this is the path of profanity and what the ranks that nightmare creatures take on.